Hello everyone, this is Blue Thunder Fan Racing, and this is the INORL Sony IndyCar Series. Today we are at the famous Decatur Raceway in Illinois for the Decatur GP. This is a big race that could possibly determine the outcome of the championship in this one. Starting on the pole is a surprise, and Todd Nathan driving car number 19. On his outside is Brandon Bain in the number 12 Verizon car. Row number 2 has Emilio Navarrete, who's competing for Rookie of the Year, and Thomas Migacook. Row number 3 has championship contender Jasmine Acosta and Taylor Acosta. Row number 4 has Zachary Robinson and Aaron Williams. Then round out the top 10, a championship contender in Zach Buchanan, and then there's Dion Scott. Joseph Clark's two other championship contenders. Joseph Clark starts 12th, the points leader, and Ryan Acosta starts 15th. I forgot to mention that Brandon Bain could possibly become a championship contender, but he's going to need some very good results. Gonna have to see how Decatur turns out. This is a pretty unpredictable racetrack. You can see it as the pace cars go through this corner right here. This is the garbage dump corner. Gonna have to see what happens there. The final corner is somewhere over there, where you can see like the markers, the white markers. And the pace car is in 18 laps of racing at the Decatur Raceway. Oh, a few cars stepping out of line there. They're gonna have to get back in line here. And we are green at Decatur. They're coming in high speed into the first corner on the circuit, coming into the snake. Who is going to have the upper hand? Some drivers are going to be shooting into that first corner. Brandon Bain gets a good run, and he is going to take the lead off of the snake. They appear to have gotten through the snake cleanly. Thomas Migacook goes in the second. Some cars running wide. Todd Nathan's losing a lot of spots on the first lap here. That's the setup the setup that got him the pole in qualifying doesn't seem to be working here on race day, as Nathan is dropping like a rock. Zach Buchanan's has lost some spots. So has Ryan Acosta. Where's Joseph Clark? And oh, Acosta's getting in there, Aaron Williams Jasmine Acosta bumps Aaron Williams up the racetrack, and Joseph Clark's been gaining spots at the start of this one. Jasmine Acosta taking it very aggressively. Not really surprised. She's won 4 races this season, so I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised that she's not giving an inch. And it'll be Brandon Bain leading at the end of the first lap here at Decatur. And someone's coming in. Oh, 2 cars are in. Max Migacook and Mason Wood. Wonder what's going on with those. Well, with those guys. Those guys must be having some kind of problem. Whoa, whoa. Ryan Acosta continues to drop as he just got shot up the racetrack in the snake. Joseph Clark fighting with Aaron Williams here for 6th. He's going to get the spot. Joseph Clark has just been running away with the championship in this series. I don't think there's going to be much anyone can do to challenge him. Gonna have to see. There's Taylor Acosta. Jasmine Acosta goes down low, but Taylor Acosta is the preferred line in the garbage dump, and Jasmine runs wide. Dion Scott tries to get a run. And got keep an eye out for. And what about Joseph Clark? Clark's trying the outside in this corner. That's not preferred line. And he runs off. Good opportunity for Aaron Williams here, but Clark throws a block. Aaron Williams tries again, and he's on the inside. He's trying to get on the inside, but he can't find an opening. Great few opening laps. Some great opening laps here at Decatur. Taylor Acosta trying to take 2nd away from Thomas Migacook. Migacook having a very surprising run so far. And Migacook's not slowing down. There's contact. I'm surprised no one's gone off in the snake yet. This is a very difficult corner. Whoa, Daniel Hummel got run up. That first corner is very crazy. Fastest lap goes to Dion Scott in the 11. Scott's pretty fast in that 11 car. Migacook has been overtaken as they're going free wide in the S's here. That's not very good. The uphill S's. I'm surprised it didn't wreck. But Joseph Clark has now moved up. Jasmine Acosta is now in 2nd. Dion Scott is in 3rd, and Joseph Clark now in 4th. 5th is under contest between Migacook and Taylor Acosta. Taylor Acosta gets the spot as now Todd Nathan continues to drop down the 9th now, and make that 10th. Here comes Zachary Robinson, the Milwaukee winner. He's gonna get the spot. Here's a look at Zach Buchanan. He's Joseph Clark's closest title contender, so this run right now is not what Buchanan was looking for. And Todd Nathan now trying to get past Thomas Migacook here for 9th. Aaron Williams fighting with Taylor Acosta, 45th position. And Joseph Clark has moved into 3rd. Navard has passed Taylor Acosta, so obviously that attempt did not work out. Whoa! Barney Ward just got run up the track by Tony Blazer. Blazer having a pretty tough day so far. However, he leads the Rookie of the Year battle, so I'd say he needs to work on it. Although he just moved up to 30th place. He passed Barney Ward very easily, I'd like to add. Rob Thomas is running pretty far off the track there. Ryan Acosta's lost a lot of positions. I'm starting to question if Ryan Acosta will have enough to win the championship, to be a championship contender. We're gonna have to find out. Last night, and Navarre trying to get past Acosta. The Snake is the prime passing location at Decatur. Brandon Bain remains the fastest car on the racetrack. Could he perhaps get another win? If he wins, I believe it will be his 4th win of the season. So that'd be pretty big for Brandon Bain. And Acosta trying to get challenging Navarre now. Buchanan gets run up by Maxwell Vady. Vady trying to take 11th away, and Buchanan's championship hopes. If every position he loses, Buchanan's championship hopes grow dimmer. And it must be getting to him because he just ran off and lost another spot down the 13th. Could be dropping the 14th now as Kyle Sosnowski challenges him. Luckily for Buchanan, no, it's not going to happen. And Taylor Acosta continues to lose positions. Nathan is passing Zachary Robinson. And Dion Scott needs to check his rear view. Aaron Williams is going to be coming in here. And Joseph Clark appears to be set. Although his fastest lap isn't the quickest, Joseph Clark is setting the quickest laps among the drivers. So Joseph Clark appears to be the man to beat here today. Gonna have to see how this turns out. Thomas Migacook getting ready to challenge Zachary Robinson, looking for an opening, and Migacook is coming on the inside. Robinson runs wide, and Migacook is going at position. Wait, no, Robinson got a great run. Here's Robinson got a good run there, but Migacook will get the position. Great racing here at Decatur. Gonna see if anyone sizes up an attack here. Todd Nathan, there he goes, and Migacook is going to lose the back end there. Buchanan's dropped to 15th place. Ryan Acosta has dropped to 18th. Aaron Williams has taken over 4th. Joseph Clark is chasing down his teammate Jasmine Acosta. Jasmine Acosta has the most wins of all time in the Sony IndyCar series so far. She has the most wins of any driver this season at 4. I'm wondering if Brandon Bain will be making a pit stop soon. And Skylar Johnson's going to run off the track. Looking for the field here. Battle between Tyler Manson and Jeffrey Finguy. I think it's a battle for 20th, and Manson gets the spot. And here we go. Coming in for pit stops. Brandon Bain has come in. Just fuel. Whoa, 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 whoa! Buchanan! Buchanan got into somebody. There's Joseph Clark. And Garrett Norton is staying out in the 23, trying some pit strategy. Buchanan lost more spots here because of a pit road collision. We're gonna take a look at that. Who did he make contact with? He made contact with Joseph Clark as he was coming out of the pit lane. That's not very good. Zach Buchanan continuing to have problems today. Everyone else staying. I remember two drivers short pitted. Daniel Culp and Mackenzie Hopkins have dropped out of the race for unknown reasons. Garrett Norton is actually your official leader right now, but he's gonna have to come in. Garrett Norton is officially your leader right now, but he has not led a lap. He's gonna have to come in. And he's going to come in. He's going to come in now and hand the lead over to Brandon Bain, who's now going to be leading by a big margin, and he'll take the halfway point of this race. There goes Norton. He's going to be there. You can see Norton in the 23, teammates of Jack Nathan. The Dreyer and Rainbow team has kind of struggled all season. They have 3 drivers, and the only one of their drivers that have done well is Zachary Robinson in the 22. Garrett Norton and then Jack Nathan in the 24 have both struggled all season long. There you go. It's the cars that stay out were Mason Wood and Barney Ward joined him on pit road. And let's take a look at our running order now after pit stops. As of the halfway point, Brandon Bain is leading. Jasmine Acosta is second. Joseph Clark is in third. Fourth is Dion Scott. Running fifth is the pole sitter Todd Nathan. Sixth is Aaron Williams. Seventh is Zachary Robinson. 8th is Kevin Ulrich, the Mosport winner. 9th is Maxwell Vaney. And rounding out the top 10, it is Emilio Navarrete. Buchanan, look at this. He's dropped to 17th place. And make that 18th. Zach Buchanan has had a terrible race here. He's dropped all the way to 18th. Ryan Acosta is 19th now. But these two championship contenders have had terrible races. Have had terrible races by their standards. This is really not good for their championship hopes, since Joseph Clark is running in third. And Joseph Clark's last lap was much quicker than Brandon Bain's. A full second quicker, actually. Race appears race appears to have strung out here, as not much is going on right now. And we're kind of in a bit of a boring section of the race here. We're gonna take a look for the field. Buchanan's now moved up to 16th. Ryan Acosta is looking to challenge Inman J for the 18th position. Ryan Acosta won last week at Road America, but he's been rather anonymous today. You know, speaking of anonymous, come to think of it, Jack Nathan has been really anonymous this season. Jack Nathan has not appeared at the front much this season. He's had a pretty tough season. As Mason Wood and Barney Ward are having problems as they are still in the pit lane. There's Richard Johnson struggling as usual in 31st. But pit strategy doesn't seem to have worked out too bad for Garrett Norden. I imagine his tires are just a bit fresher than some of the other back markers. Norden is kind of known as a back marker in the series, and as soon as I said his tires are fresher, he slid. There's Charles Sanford. Charles Sanford has struggled big time in this series. I don't think Charles Sanford has finished outside of the 30s. I don't think Charles Sanford has finished above the 30s in all of his IndyCar series starts. That team has kind of struggled all season long, regardless of the driver. When Jason Marshall drove this car, it still struggled. Jason Marshall, who has 2 Truck Series wins, struggled to find speed in this car. So it could just be the car. If Charles Sanford returns next season, we're gonna have to see what he can do with perhaps a better car. Barney Ward has finally left the pit lane. Jasmine Acosta now has a rear view full of Joseph Clark. Acosta's trying to throw some blocks here. Brandon Bain appears to be losing speed in the 12. Just like at Road America, Brandon Bain appears to be losing the handling on the 12 car, as last time by, both Acosta and Clark started to catch up, started to close in. This is not what Brandon Bain wanted to see. Well, why don't we take a quick break from the live action to see what happened to Daniel Culp and Mackenzie Hopkins. Well, here's what happened to Daniel Culp and Mackenzie Hopkins. There was actually an incident coming onto the pit lane that did not bring out a caution. Watch Daniel Culp here. He's gonna run wide on the pit entrance, and T.O. Bain is going to get into him and turn Daniel Culp. Culp is going to hit the wall pretty hard. I suppose that must have caused terminal damage. It must have caused terminal suspension damage to the 79. And oh no, that's what caused the suspension. That's probably what caused terminal suspension damage right there. Mackenzie Hopkins. That's where she got her damage. Someone must have gotten to her. Yes. Yeah. Fellow female driver Skyla Johnson got into Mackenzie Hopkins, and Hopkins had nowhere to go but into Daniel Culp. Don't know what was going on there. Perhaps that was some kind of cat fight. Well, let's get back to the live action. We are back here. We're approaching the end of this race. Surprisingly enough, there have been no cautions. Really, all my series have seemed to have lacked cautions lately. Races are starting to get a lot cleaner, to say the least. And Barney Ward actually appears to be faster than Clark and Acosta. And Jasmine Acosta, the two Ganassi cars appear to be closing in. Oh, Barney Ward is attacking the 9. Barney Ward's trying to pass the 9, even though he's 3 laps down. That's not a very smart move. Barney Ward completes a pass, throws Clark up the racetrack. What is he gonna do about Jasmine Acosta? Of course, he's now slotted in between those drivers. Got some battles for position here. Emilio Navarrete has taken over the 7th position. Robinson has dropped to 9th now. Buchanan's still in 15th. Ryan Acosta has moved up to 17th. M&J has taken 18th away from Kyle Sosnowski. Looking for some battles for position here. And they are single file. Oh, Garrett Norden! Norden's in trouble! Garrett Norden, who stayed out in the pit cycle. Garrett Norden has run into problems in the 23, and he's going to get bogged down in the grass. And that happens as Brandon Bain comes down pit road. No caution is coming out for this, though, as Joseph Clark is staying out. Appears it's time for the final round of pit stops. I believe it's going to be the final round of green flag pit stops. Can't be 100% sure, but I believe it is. But Joseph Clark stayed out in the 9. And here he goes, trying to get past Barney Ward, and he does it. Also staying out, we got Kevin Ulrich, Zachary Robinson, Maxwell Vady, and Max Skinner. I see a few more cars staying out. Zach Buchanan is staying out. Tyler Manson, Ryan Acosta is staying out. Inman J and Kyle Sosnowski. And here's a few more cars. A lot more cars are staying out this time than the last time. Here's Mark Migacook, Jeffrey Finguy, Rob Thomas, Chris Rigobah, Tony Blazer, Johnson, Nathan, and Ben Ward are staying out. Perhaps also T.O. Bain, and there's Mason Wood. I believe he short pitted at the start of this one. Well, once the pit stop cycle is over, we're gonna go back and take a look at what happened to Garrett Norden. It was about time for someone to go off in the snake. That's one of the toughest, although that's a prime location to attempt passes, as drivers will usually slide up in the snake. You have to look out. Clark comes in now. Could this be the move that wins him in the race? We'll have to see. Ulrich, Vady, Robinson, and Skinner are in. Buchanan is in. Manson and Jay are in. Ryan Acosta, Kyle Sosnowski. There goes Brandon Bain. He'll probably be taking over the lead. Mika Cook, Finguy, Rob Thomas, Rickenbaugh, Blazer, Johnson, Nathan. Ben Ward is in. T.O. Bain as well. You can see Garrett Norden's car. Appears to be Oh! I saw a pretty bad collision on pit road here. And I think it involves Zach Buchanan again. I think he got involved in more pit road contact. There's some big left side damage on the 37. Things just keep getting worse for the driver of the 37. Things just keep getting worse for the driver of the number 37 Izod car. He just cannot catch a break, can he? He started well, dropped like a rock, like lost a bunch of positions, and then both pit cycles he has gotten a piece of contact. Who's the leader right now? And Brandon Bain has retaken the lead, but Joseph Clark is now in the second. Brandon Bain is leading. Joseph Clark is, again, moved in the second. Third is Jasmine Acosta now. Dion Scott is in fourth. Running in the fifth spot, it is Todd Nathan. Sixth is Aaron Williams. Seventh is Kevin Ulrich. Eighth is Thomas Mikakuk. Ninth is Maxwell Vady. And Zachary Robinson rounds out the top 10. Zach Buchanan appears to be in 14th, and Ryan Acosta 15th. Now we got the pit cycle out of the way, we're gonna take a look at, and the caution's out. Well, excuse me. Brandon Bain leads us to the caution. It appears to be out for Emilio Navarrete. The yellow flag has come out. Tough break for Emilio Navarrete. He started third and was having a pretty good race. But you know what? I think this race is over. Well, let's take a look at what happened. This race could be over. Brandon Bain might be your winner. Here's a look at what happened to Garrett Norden in the 23. He was running in the 30th position and trying to pass Hannah Smith here. He is going to lose the back end, and then you see what happened next. He stalled it, and well, that's all she wrote. Now let's see what happened to Emilio Navarrete. Taking a look at what happened to Emilio Navarrete here, I believe he has also spun off in the snake. Gonna go in slow motion here. Yeah, there we go. Navarrete goes off. So the snake claims its second victim, and Navarrete stalled the car. However, this makes me question why it did not bring out a caution, because that makes me question why the Garrett Norden incident did not bring out a caution, as it was the exact same thing. So let's get back to what may be the finish of this race. And a very poorly timed caution, well, for some of the drivers, but a very well-timed caution for the leader is going to be ending this race under caution. Had it came out one lap earlier, we would have a one-lap shootout, but the race will be over. Brandon Bain has won, I believe, his fourth win of the season. Second is Joseph Clark. Third is Jasmine Acosta. Fourth is Dion Scott. Fifth is Todd Nathan. Sixth is Aaron Williams. Seventh is Kevin Ulrich. Eighth is Thomas Mikakuk. Ninth is Maxwell Vady. And rounding out the top 10, it is going to be Zachary Robinson. Zach Buchanan finishes 14th, and Ryan Acosta finishes in the 15th spot. Now I believe Joseph Clark may have a full race lead a full race gap in the points. And coming across the line, it is going to be Brandon Bain taking the win here at Decatur. I feel like that race could have been better, considering how exciting Decatur usually is. But hey, not every race can be an epic race. Congratulations to Brandon Bain. Here comes the results and standings. You've been watching a production of the INORL, Racing Uncontained. See you next time.